So something very big that is recent from the Naruto Gaiden manga brings up the biggest question right now going on. Have Naruto and Sasuke gotten weaker since the time skip, since, they become adults and whatnot? Now, for me personally, I'm going to go into each of them. I'll start off with Sasuke. Personally, I think it depends on if he has the Sage 6 Pass mode or not, because we've seen that his Rinnegan doesn't have the little tomos on it anymore. So I don't know if they have the Sage powers or not. Maybe it's been downgraded or whatever. I would honestly say I think Sasuke might be at the same level or stronger. I don't think Sasuke's gotten weaker at any given point, because he has been, while, Naruto and whatnot and everybody else has been enjoying peace, for a long time he was a vagabond, he was on missions, who knows what he'd been through with Taka and everything. So I would honestly argue that while he might not have the Sage of Six Paths powers, I would say Sasuke still ultimately is strong, and possibly even stronger than what he was at the end of Shippuden, and maybe even, the last or whatnot. I mean, okay, granted, in the latest fight he had with the two Shins, ultimately he was tricked a little bit, but you gotta remember, at the end of the day, these Sharingan, the crazy abilities that they have, they can trick you. But at the end of the day, if you look at it, he was giving them the work. They were pretty easy for him. It was just that ultimately he got tricked, and he was trying to save his daughter at the same time. So you gotta cut him a little slack there, at the sense of he's trying to protect someone and fight two motherfuckers with a million Sharingans on them. So something's gotta give. And arguing as well, he should have used Susanoo there, but again, there's a lot of people there. Maybe Susanoo could have hurt somebody. We don't exactly know. But ultimately, I would honestly say I think Sasuke, if anything, has gotten stronger. Maybe he doesn't have the Sage powers no more, but maybe he's surpassed the power that he even had when he was with the Sage powers. Now, Naruto, on the other hand, I would honestly argue, I still think as well, he's not weaker than he was at the end of Shippuden. However, I would say that he's gotten very rusty. He doesn't have, seemingly anyway, the Sage powers. He might, I don't know, because he doesn't have the black balls all around him either. So I think the certain power that they got from Hagoromo has went away, but they still obtained some of the power that was in it, if that makes any sense. It's like their abilities were still enhanced from having the power that they got from Hagoromo. But honestly, just based on that, like him getting stabbed in the stomach, the old Naruto would have easily dodged something like that. So I would honestly say one of the big things about Naruto is he hasn't necessarily regressed from what he was at the end of Shippuden, and even at the last. Well, in the last, he kind of seemed a little bit weaker as well, because he was fighting fodder, and it was kind of a little tricky for him. But I would honestly argue that I think one of the biggest things is Naruto, he's really rusty. He just hasn't had combat to keep him going. I mean, if you look at his daily life or whatever, he's Hokage, he's at the desk, and even Kurama said it's been a while since he's even had to do anything. So I would honestly argue if any of the two, between Naruto and Sasuke, have gotten weaker, it's potentially Naruto. But I wouldn't say necessarily like he's gotten dramatically weaker, but definitely, I mean, the old Naruto would have easily saw that sword coming. He would have easily been able to do something. He wouldn't have been standing on the sidelines. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's beating himself up over this, so he even sees himself that he's not the, on par shinobi that he used to be, on point with everything. He's definitely, between the two, I'd say Naruto has slightly regressed, if anything. But more so, I would attribute that to being rusty, not being on the battlefield, being in the desk, being with his family, being with his kids, which it's understandable, but nonetheless, it does showcase that Naruto has potentially gotten weaker. I mean, there's still room to see where it goes from here. I mean, at the end of the day, the Gaiden manga is not completely over, but you got to look at it as well, why people would argue that Naruto and Sasuke have gotten weaker. One of the simple things, and I know it sounds trollish as hell, but they had to get saved by Sakura. When you're getting saved by Sakura, something is wrong here, people. And honestly, that's as well where I think the whole thing comes from, that people are looking at them as they've gotten weaker. Again, like I said, I think Sasuke, maybe there might be some rust on him too. I really don't see it. I think more so he was tricked. Naruto, definitely rusty, definitely not as strong as you would think he would be, being 7th Hokage and being, this entity that people look up to, whatever. He should definitely be more on point than what he is. But either way, for both of them to be saved by Sakura, yeah, that's where it becomes problematic. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, do you think that either of them, Naruto and Sasuke, have gotten weaker? If so, which one? Do you think both? And why would you attribute, like with Naruto, you can argue again, like I said, his lifestyle, he's been living, the peace and whatnot. But why, if you think Sasuke has gotten weaker, would be the reason? Why would he get any weaker when he's still been a shinobi this entire time? And do you think that the reason why both of them got saved is because both of them are rusty as well, and they both got weaker, and that's why Sakura had to save them? Or you think it was just like, again, they were tricked? And your overall thoughts on the subject? Honestly, it's been a while since I've done a Naruto discussion like this, just talking about current events. Feels good, and it's something interesting as well. It's kind of like while it feels a little bit like, damn, Naruto, you should be a lot stronger and on point being 7th Hokage, at the same time, it is what it is. And your overall thoughts on the discussion, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. Greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.